Greetings, I'm Tom Bengtson, publisher of BankBeat magazine. I am with Sam Wilmes, who's the editor of our website, banknews.com. We are here to bring you the latest in the community banking news. Sam, what's been going on this week?
Yes, today I had the pleasure of covering the University of Michigan surveys of consumers, and they found that consumers had greater optimism for the coming year due to expected lower inflation than the previous month, and also improvements in the labor market are expected, and also personal consumer finances are expected to improve. So that's good news. I've heard, I know that there's a forecast of an expected recession, I think a quarter in a recent survey that we found.
The ABA panel of economists did have a slight projection that there would be a chance of recession for next year, but of course it's pretty tough to project those kinds of things. Of course, we had positive news from the FOMC this week. They lowered by a quarter the target rate at 3.5 to 3.75. Interestingly, though, presidents from two of the Fed banks in this region, both Kansas City and Chicago, actually voted against the decrease. They thought that we should keep rates where they were. So there is some diversity of thought in terms of where we should be on that on the Fed funds rate. What else is going on, Sam?
Yes, Bank Midwest and Spirit Lake, Iowa, they're expanding their investment services program by offering wealth management services through Raymond James Financial. It's a major development for that bank, so that was interesting to cover yesterday.
Yeah, and I know you have been posting some interesting things on the website, looking back over the last 25 years in terms of banking history. What are you seeing from that project?
Correct. So earlier this week, I posted the second part of Jackie Hilgert's retrospective on the past 25 years in banking. This one covered consolidation and COVID, which COVID is, ever since 9/11, that's the most major event that's happened to this country. And yeah, I know you probably have some memories, Tom, over the last 5 years.
Yeah, well, I do think that COVID did really change the way people approach work. People had a lot of time to reflect on their lives, reflect on their work and the meaning of it. And a lot of folks just decided they were going to make some permanent changes about how they approach work. Certainly the work from home movement gained a lot of traction during the COVID period, and even today with things like Zoom and Teams, it's pretty easy to conduct business remotely. So a lot of work is being handled remotely today. And of course, that's having a major impact on downtown areas, office building occupancy, or value of real estate, tax collection. I mean, all kinds of things kind of came out of that. So that certainly was a major event of the last 25 years.
I had never heard of Zoom until March of 2020.
I think you're like most people, although actually it had been around for a long time prior to that. Yeah, that's very interesting. So anyway, anything else that we should be covering, Sam?
No, that covers that for this week on my end.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you for tuning in.